Hey you guys. So I just want to share a few things that have occurred to me today. I was going to try to do a little bit of explaining from Nisargadatta chapters, but I'm going to wind down and polish my nails. I think I will do that. So I don't know how to explain. I can't wait for you guys to get here. That's all I could say. So, my whole entire day was spent with tech support guys, making sure that my work computer is cleared. Had to reset the security router, I don't know how many times. I had 3 or 4 phone calls with their tech support people. Finally got everything back online right now, just 2 minutes ago, from this morning. So, in between, while all this tech work was going on, I saw the fake guru's chit chat that she put out today, and I'm telling you, sleep is a horrible thing, you guys. I hope you guys wake up very quickly. It's a horrible thing. You know, she did this once before too. And I have to tell you, it's absolutely, I'm sitting in a place of witness and watching all this, and it's so weird. It really feels like I'm looking at a dream. And I don't know how else to explain this to you. It really feels like when you're sleeping and you're dreaming, you see all the people moving around in the dream, but yet you're watching the dream. That's what's happening. That is what's happening. So I watched that chit chat thing she did. Here's what she did. Yesterday I told her, "You've done it now. I've really had enough with these abusers. I really had enough. So I'm not going back into personhood with them. That's what they want. When you wrestle in the mud with pigs, the pigs love it and you get dirty. You understand? Rise above it. Stay with the scripture and out her to the max." Well, what does she do today? She actually, if you listen towards the end, she actually tells that growing up in the 60s, she did LSD, she did magic mushrooms, she did all kinds of drugs. And this is exactly what I was telling everybody that I knew she did, because I heard her say it on her own videos. See, I've never once lied about that woman, and I never once started a smear campaign about that woman. Everything I've ever said, she has said through her own mouth. Or it has been an experience of what she has done to me. So on this video, I guess to preempt what she thinks that I was going to say about her, she goes and she tells on there that she did LSD, she did magic mushrooms, she did speed, except, but it was only one time. So let's be very clear about something. No, she also in India was hanging around with the Nagasadhus, massive drug users they are. She is an addict. And I noticed yesterday or the day before, she talked about addiction. She goes, "I don't know why this is coming up. Maybe someone needs to hear it." And she talked about addiction. She is an addict, and she's struggling with this. So at 71 years old, she's still doing oxycodone and Klonopin. Here's what stood out to me. 5 to 6 years ago, when Sarah Landry was threatening to out her, she preempted whatever she thought they were going to say about her. And she went online on her page and told her whole story, that she had, I don't know if it was an abortion or a miscarriage or whatever she had, that she was raped in the army, that she had PTSD. She told everything, because whatever Sarah Landry wrote her and said that she was going to expose about her, she got on and says, "You're not going to expose nothing. I will tell it myself." And she went and told the whole story. It appears to me that that's exactly what she just did today. Out of fear. And I want you all to understand this. This is out of fear. It was Muji, I believe, who said it. That when we're in the personhood and we live in fear, we do things in a reactive way, in a hurried way, and it is out of fear. Instead of letting things play out as they should, and we wind up making more trouble for ourselves. And it appears this is exactly what she just did. Because I had no intention of digging up anything in her past. You see, it's more projection. These are the way that she behaves. So she thinks that I would behave the same way as she behaves. And I am nothing like these people. I am nothing like them. And what stood out to me today on her sadistic, lustful, masochistic reading of the day, talking about you don't know what's coming, it could be a left-handed blessing. She's like literally worried about what I'm going to do next. Because she absolutely knows that everything I've ever said was the truth. And she has been a Bible thumper this whole time. She knew it. She knew it. She knew she was just getting over on people. She's a con woman. She always has been. And this is why she panicked and had my page shut down, because she didn't want her friends in the tarot community to see what I was saying about her. It's all fear-based. She is not a realized being. She's not even close. So today in her little chit-chat talk, she's literally so deep in the personhood. She used to carry this air about her that she was better than everybody else because she was the only realized being and everyone else were stupid. No one would ever be near her. Well, she's back down to earth now, talking about all the drugs she used to do in the 60s. What she failed to mention in there that she has also said in the past, well, she not only did the whole drug scene, she was also doing the whole free love scene. So it made sense that when she went to India, she was into all that tantric sex and the drugs. Everything I've ever said was gospel about that woman. And here's what stood out to me as I was literally watching the dream, all of this play out. When I was listening to the SLM thing she put out, that you don't know what's coming. It could be a left-handed blessing, could be a new beginning. I get dumbfounded. I really get dumbfounded. Same thing with the other fake guru in India or wherever he's hiding out. Like, why does any of this have to happen? Why did any of this have to happen? Why are you such idiots? It just boggles my mind. Because none of it had to happen. None of it had to happen. How many times have I told that woman, leave me alone? And the other thing that stood out to me is how every single time, and it is not just once in a while, you could talk to any victim of narcissistic abuse. Every single one of us have had to defend ourselves because these narcs are such manipulators and pathological liars that everybody believes the abuser. And they turn their back on the victim. And that is once again what happened to me with these fake gurus out here. And I want to tell you, you think revenge is sweet. I feel very sad. I feel very sad to watch the crumbling, sickening, vomit-producing Ganga in her current behavior. You can tell I'm not in the personhood anymore. No, and the revenge is not sweet. And this has never been revenge for me. This was back up and leave me alone, or you will be made to regret it. That's it. That's all it was about for me. I just want to be left alone. So with that other sick psycho and his do boy, blissful athlete, I had to spend the whole day with tech support trying to get all of my system cleaned up. What are these people doing these things for? Why don't they get a life? I hope Jordan Kremer is proud of himself. That dude was a professional hockey player, man. That dude was a professional hockey player, and now he's a low-life criminal. Hacking into people's systems. He is a low-life criminal from a professional hockey player. Ranjita was a movie star. She's a low-life criminal now. Prostitute. Every single person that Nithyananda touches, he destroys their life. And this is not uncommon with any kind of psychopath. Any person they touch, they destroy their life. And I'm just observing these things. The people around Nithyananda. Look at Yanatma, man. An executive in a tech firm she was. She's got a degree in IT. She's probably one of the people hacked into my shit. But I looked at her today. Look at what happened to this girl. And I think back to the last interview that Sarah Landry did with Ovivinanda, whatever her name was. How she talked about Yanatma and Pranapriya yelling and screaming at each other, and Nithyananda getting on a video and calling Yanatma a bitch and telling Ma Yogaswamy that he was going to bring her with him and Yanatma was a bitch. What kind of sick people are these? And that other one, Ovivinanda, running around the whole entire world trying to find him asylum. A prolific child rapist. They're all running around the world trying to find him asylum. I'm just boggled, baffled. You know what, Yanatma, it really hurt me, man. It really hurt me. I've been going back at you this whole time because what you do is so shady and slimy. I can't stand it. But let me tell you something. There is no woman that deserves to be spoken to and treated that way. What is wrong with you? Where is your self-esteem? Where is your self-esteem? No woman deserves to be talked to and treated that way. You are the source himself. You are the source himself. Why are you allowing someone to abuse you like this? Yanatma, why? This is the sickness of Nithyananda. And that's really all I can say. He destroys the lives of everyone he touches. And I looked at Drita. Man, a professional hockey player to a comic criminal. This is what Nithyananda does to people. A movie star to a common criminal. An IT executive to a common criminal. This is who Nithyananda destroys. And this is what they all do. You see, they don't have these psychopaths. They don't pick people who are who have nothing going for them. They pick people who are the most successful so they can break them down and control them. That is the fun they get out of this. So that they can break people down and gain control over them. This is what Nithyananda's whole thing is. It makes him feel powerful. It makes him feel powerful. And the only thing that I do know is he is paying them for their criminal activities. And this, no doubt, is why they're all continuing. And they're all going to have to face the music. And my only question to all of you is, what is spiritual about this? You all know the answer to that question. And I really sat here again today and how do I deserve this? How do I deserve this? I truly don't understand why they're doing this to me. This is going on for 7 years now. I truly don't understand why they're doing this to me. But as always, I will be nobody's victim. That's all I can say. So I've said from day one, I would rather play nice with people, but I will be nobody's victim. And it's just, I guess I've deepened even more into the self, because literally today, all day, I'm looking at all these people, and it's like, it's no different from when we're sleeping and we wake up out of the sleep. So we're in the waking state, and we're remembering our dream. And you could tell that the person in the waking state is looking at the person in the dream state, and we're seeing everything that we dreamt. And we could tell it was a dream because now we're in a different state. It was exactly what happened to me while I was in the waking state. I was observing all of this and seeing the dream in it. It was amazing. It was amazing. I see the stupidity. And it really made me sad. Even though I used to fight with Ganga, that woman used to be larger than life to me when I first started on this path. Well, I was so broken, and I didn't even know the scripture. I was trying to learn the scripture. That woman used to be larger than life to me. And now, she's nothing but a stupid sleeper who lives in fear. And she's making rash decisions and spilling her guts before I do whatever she thinks I'm going to do. And here's the thing that I want to leave you with. This is why we only have right now. And why it is being in the sleep that causes us to suffer. Because when we are with thoughts in our head, we're either reliving something in the past that never existed as we're seeing it now, where we're reliving it, where it didn't happen that way most times. We're remembering it different than it actually happened. And also, we're projecting into the future. And normally what we project in the future will never happen the way that we projected in the future. And as Ganga is showing you what she's doing, that she is not only remembering the past, but she's also projecting into the future. She is massively in the personhood, and her mind is the furthest thing from being still. It is everything that I've ever said. And she is scared to death because she knows I will pin her to a cross and show what a fake she is through the scripture. Through the scripture. She's more afraid of the scripture than she was with all this borderline narcissistic stuff. She's more afraid of the scripture. And this is what caused her to preempt whatever she thought that I was getting ready to do. And no, revenge is not sweet any longer because I no longer reside there. It was sad for me to see this today, but it also showed me that I was dead on in everything that I've ever said about that woman. And if that's the case, I've been dead on about Nityananda. This is why he's attacking me the way he is. And I've been dead on about Sarah Landry. And yet, they have all turned all of you on me. You're seeing it little by little play out, that it's all coming to light. Everything I've ever said is coming to light. This, I believe, is showing you all what happens when we don't let emotions get tied up in everything and let our minds run and do stupid things. When the emotions get in, that's when we do stupid things. I kept it nice and calm, and I just stated facts. And things are playing out. The truth will always prevail. You see, because the person who stays calm just sits back and watches all the emotions play out with the sleepers. That is exactly what has happened. That is exactly what has happened. The thing that gets me with Nityananda is, well, even with her, I don't know what it is. I told them both, leave me alone. I will never mention your name again. Leave me to hell alone. So they obviously wanted me to continue mentioning their names. It must be that negative narcissistic supply that they were getting from me. The thing with Nityananda is, I was willing to just understand and go by Nisargadatta's words and say, God is perfect. Things will happen as they're supposed to happen. I was willing to do all of that. You see? But we should never have idiot compassion. Do you understand that? We should never have idiot compassion. So in other words, if I was looking at what his crimes are, what the law is looking at him for, to try to catch him on, instead of spending all my time trying to out him, let the law do their job. Let God do his job. And me just continue on my path, continue living my life. I was very willing to do that. But when they start messing with me, this is what they do all the time. They won't leave me alone. They don't want to leave me alone. So therefore, I cannot just not say anything anymore. And it's not going to be that I'm coming from a place of emotion. I don't live there anymore. How many different ways can you tell a person, stop? How many different ways can you do that? And it's really bad when you bring a person, a caring person, to a place where they no longer care. It's really bad because I really don't care. I really don't care about any of them. And as long as they're going to continue to harass me and stalk me, I will go on a personal writing campaign to the UN, to the FBI, to India's Interpol. I will go on a personal writing campaign. I will not ever be a victim. I mean, 7 years. What was the purpose of this? You would think that I would be some important person, that I knew some 6 secrets about him. I had the code to his safe. You would think I would be any. I have never even been to that Adinam, and they're doing this to me. For what? That is the ultimate question here for me. And It appears that the blissful athlete is the criminal that handles the people in America because he's on our time zone, so to speak. While the fools over there are sleeping, the blissful athlete is on this side of the world hacking into everybody's stuff. It's the way it appears. Because I can't be the only person they're hacked into. But I sure don't understand it. I'm probably the only one who has never been to that adenum that they're doing this to. For what? I don't really care anymore. It just doesn't make any sense. None of this makes any sense. And this is probably why it's all appearing to me as a dream right now. Because it is all in the personhood. Anything that doesn't make sense is all in the personhood. And no, Nithyananda is not a realized anything. He's a slug. That's all he is. He's not a realized anything. I almost cracked up in that guru video that he made. He's literally repeating the words that I say. I don't understand this at all. It's throwing me for a loop. He's literally repeating the words that I say to you guys. I heard him saying there, once you wake up and you see people in the delusion, you will literally laugh at them. I said that to you guys. I absolutely said that to you guys. He's literally repeating the words that I say. Ganga is literally repeating the words that I say. My head is spinning. I don't understand any of this. They're all this time supposed to be the realized being. The both of them were supposed to be God on earth. And they're repeating everything I'm saying. My mind is blown. I'm speechless. I am just speechless. So, I mean, the jury is in. Neither one of these people are realized. They're low-life slugs in the personhood. They've been conning people this whole time. Taking money from people under false pretenses of being a realized master. They realize nothing. And I'm very sorry for all of you people out here that fell for them. I was one of them that fell for Nithyananda's crap. I'm very sorry for you, and I hope you wake up soon. But I've been telling you for a very long time now, especially about Ganga, especially about her. I've been telling you for a very long time. So she actually tried to preempt whatever she imagined that I was getting ready to do. And no, I'm not going to go roll in the mud with the pigs. I'm going to stay in the light with the source and continue to try to help whoever wants to help. And it's amazing. So I've actually witnessed this. I've been in the witness state this whole day, witnessing all of this. And it totally felt like this state, this wakened state was the sleep. And I believe at this point, I'm fully out of the personhood. So, I have believed that before, so we'll have to see. But I believe at this point, I'm fully out of the personhood. If today did not get me to go ballistic at Nithyananda and lose my mind here, I believe I'm out of the personhood. So, I was like I said, I was going to try to go through some of the Nisargadatta stuff, but I think I'm going to take some time for myself and polish my nails and relax a little bit tonight. Okay? Guys, have a blessed day.